fuck it up when we came to fuck it up. Team on God when we came to fuck it up. Came to fuck it up when we came to fuck it up. Team on God when we came to fuck it up.
Good evening and welcome to the Ren and Jacob Spectacular Show.
I'm Ren Hinderer.
And I'm Jacob Piper. And in tonight's news, Marilyn Monroe is rumored to be sleeping with President John F. Kennedy. At this point, we should keep track of who she isn't sleeping with.
What are you doing?
In other news, George W. Bush is claiming that Saddam Hussein is hiding weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. He also claims that in Iraq, they're hiding a life-size gun to mech, the secret key to eternal life, an Among Us puppet, and Michael Jackson, just to see how much other bullshit the American public will believe.
Okay, stop. What's going on here? What are you doing?
Well, I know you have to, edit the videos and stuff, and it could take, weeks or even months until they come out to the audience. So I didn't want to make any topical jokes because I figured they could lose their touch, become a little dated by the time the show actually comes out. And I figured the best way to combat that would be to make jokes about historical events that happened earlier, so the jokes wouldn't seem dated.
That's actually really smart. Okay, let me give this a try.
Sure.
Okay. Gee, howdy, fellas. That Titanic sure is unsinkable.
Dude. Too soon.
Our guest tonight has been to 10 Super Bowls and lost 3 of them. Please welcome Tom Brady. Welcome to the show.
You know, another way of saying that is 7-time Super Bowl champion.
Hey, look, Tom. Let me do the talking and you do the football, okay?
Well, you made a really important achievement seem kind of,
Look. Do I come to your house and tell you how to kiss your son?
Do you always kiss your son like that?
You know, the media really loves to turn this into a big thing. Just an innocent moment between a father and a son. And I just can't believe...
Answer the question, Mr. Brady.
Yeah, answer the question, Tom.
Yes, I kiss my son, and he kisses me. I love my son. And in France, it's a greeting. And I think that people should kiss each other more often. Come here, man.
No, we don't have to do that.
Tom, if you get anywhere near me or my co-host like that again, I will escort you off the show with extreme force.
You couldn't even destroy me if you wanted to.
Yes, I could. I would kick your ass.
No, you wouldn't, Ren. You'd lose.
Yeah, you'd lose.
Yeah, you're right.
Even your friend here doesn't even believe in you. Think about that.
Tom, I have a little story to tell you. Back when I was in 5th grade, I played Foursquare. And there was this kid, let's just call him Brom Tatey. Let's call him Brom Tatey. How about that? And Brom, he was good at Foursquare. Day in and day out, he was in A-squared the whole time. And, for a while, it was pretty impressive. He's like, dang, this guy's really good. But after he kept winning for so long, it started to lose its charm. So one day, me and all the other kids, we took him out back and beat him up. What do you think about that story, Tom?
Sounds like you should have been better at Foursquare. Listen, are you guys going to talk to me about my football career or what?
Wait, you didn't come here to talk about the situation happening right now in Belarus?
Oh, I think I've been there. That's in Florida, right?
Tom Brady, you have won a multitude of football awards. Most regular games played, most Super Bowl games played, most Super Bowl wins, Super Bowl MVPs, rushing yards, the list goes on and on and on and on. The only person to come anywhere close to your list of record-breaking achievements is another sports legend and pop culture icon, O.J. Simpson.
Well, I wouldn't exactly compare us.
That only leaves one question, Tom. Who are you gonna kill?
What are you talking about?
The sports icon to serial killer pipeline has become a dangerous trend as of late. Here to analyze Tom's possibly sociopathic behavior and clear him as a threat, world-renowned German psychologist Dr. Marcus Wahlberger. Dr. Marcus, thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely, Renton. In these times, it is important to catch the traces of a psychopath early, so that we can identify them before they become dangerous.
This is absurd. I'm not a serial killer.
I wouldn't be so sure, Thomas. There are many things which are hidden in the human consciousness, lingering, waiting for their chance to jump out.
But isn't it true that most serial killers exist as functioning members of society?
Precisely, Jacob. The average serial killer is not this unsociable, deformed creature, as movies such as The Joker would have you believe. They are extroverted, charming even. I have in fact compiled a list of damning evidence against Mr. Brady.
This is ridiculous.
Sociopaths exist without remorse. They are only interested in themselves. They need the spotlight and all of the attention. Some examples of this behavior could be leaving behind notes for the police or winning 10 Super Bowls.
Oh, come on. I'm just a good player.
Sociopaths will also do whatever it takes to maintain this fame. Cheating, killing, indulging in any negative behavior so that they can keep this high that they've created for themselves.
Doctor, please. I don't even know where you got your information. I've never killed anybody. I've never even accidentally hurt somebody on the field.
This desire for fame doesn't have to be so flamboyant. It could be as simple as deflating a football so that you can go to the big game.
Oh, come on. I was proved innocent. There's no proof that happened. I don't need to be here. I'm leaving.
Wait! There's one more piece of evidence that I would like you to see. The most damning way to spot a psychopath is how they interact with others. You see, psychopaths do not interact normally. They look to emulate human behavior in order to gain your trust and get you to confide in them. But even the most seasoned psychopaths struggle with this. Let me ask you, Mr. Brady, does this look like a normal human interaction to you?
It's so obvious.
I believe I've made a proper case.
You son of a bitch!
Oh my god, Dr. Wahlberger, I'm so sorry about all that.
Yes, an occupational hazard, I'm afraid.
Well, looks like he won't be going any more Super Bowls anytime soon.
Oh hey passengers. Right now it looks like you're about 5 minutes away from landing in one of the most beautiful places this country has to offer. Oh yeah, I'm talking about Ohio. Sure, we might not have the crystal beaches of Florida or the towering metropolis of New York City, but we have something better, a giant basket. Hi everyone, my name's Jeff, and today I'm gonna be your tour guide to this wonderful state that we like to call home. So stick with me, and you might learn a few things along the way. Founded in 1803, Ohio is one of the most unique states you can ever have the pleasure of visiting. Birthplace of historical legends like the Wright brothers, Steven Spielberg, and the baby. From the moment you step off that plane, you are going to start to feel that special Ohio feeling that can only come by living within walking distance of a chemical plant. Soak it in, but make sure to consult a doctor if that special Ohio feeling results in blurred vision or dizziness. There's so much to see and do here. Start off your trip by visiting one of our 3 iconic landmarks, or take a stroll through one of our prestigious learning institutes. The education here is second to none, and we take pride in raising the next generation of doctors, scientists, and world changers. The cities in Ohio are no joke. Make sure to visit Cleveland, voted zestiest water in America since 1969. And you can't miss out on our beautiful, diverse capital, Columbus. Wave a friendly hello to one of the 1,900 active police officers you'll see there. Or look up and maybe you'll catch one of our 5 police helicopters, the most in any city in America. There's never been a safer time to visit Ohio. City's just not your thing? No worries. Check out one of our hundreds of villages, townships, and rural farming communities. You'll be inspired by the salt of the earth people you'll meet there. And for all you Sopranos fans out there, make sure to check out Youngstown for some authentic mafia-related killings. It's the real deal. As you can see, you couldn't have picked a better state to visit. Now as the plane's landing, get off safely, enjoy your trip, and never ever step foot in Cincinnati.
Susan Rawlings is a clairvoyant psychic and medium who has been practicing for over 26 years. We sat down with her to get a glimpse into her world of the spiritual and supernatural. Being a medium, from what I understand, you speak to ones that are like no longer with us.
Yes.
What is that like, speaking to them? Like, do they communicate in ways that like I couldn't understand?
It's the funnest part of my job.
Is it?
You guys, it's so fun. Okay, because people carry their personalities over to the other side. Mm-hmm. And so let's just say Uncle Dave, if he was passionate about politics, he's going to come in talking about Biden.
Oh, yeah.
I'm serious. I have that happen. And some of them that were really funny will come in and they're just like these comedians. And some of them were just the sweet little grandma with her Bible, standing there singing the church hymns, you know. But I love that part of my job because I can connect people with their loved ones that have passed on very accurately. I don't claim I'm perfect, but I've done it, and it's been a lifelong gift that I've had, and it's so much fun.
Now that you have like your own business and you started living full time off of that, you have gained a lot of, as you said, like international recognition.
Completely.
What are like some of the like most high profile things you've done.
I know you guys are younger than me, so
Mm-hmm.
you might not remember this, but do you guys remember the band Pantera?
Yes.
Okay, love them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a metalhead all the way. And so I loved that band. And they came to Columbus one night to do a show at the Alrosa Villa. I almost went because I was a huge fan. And I ended up not going. Something happened. That was the night when the whole band got shot at the Alrosa Villa.
Oh,
right.
wow.
Dimebag Darrell was shot and killed. It was awful. And the same night, there must have been some kind of crazy planetary lineup or something. The same night in the city of Columbus, there was a little girl that was murdered. And I worked with the police on this case successfully.
Oh, wow.
It was the first case, I believe, in the state of Ohio where someone did get convicted without a body. Okay, me and my friend, I'll give my friend a shout out, Gayla Childress. I love her. Me and her worked on that case. Even my sister helped sometimes. My ex-husband did, because we had to go out in dangerous places. We did.
I'm sure.
We did. We had to pull city maps. We had to go in places. And so we had it narrowed down to within a mile of where her body was found. You guys, I'm also a prophetic dreamer, okay? I dreamt about 9/11 for months before it happened.
Wow.
And as it came closer to the time, the dreams became more persistent. And I would wake up in sweats, and I'd wake up like, and I would run around and tell everybody, do not get on a plane.
Are there any misconceptions that the public has about your profession as a whole?
A lot of people have preconceived notions for religious reasons that anything that has to do with the occult, psychic abilities, or magic is the devil.
Yeah.
You know what, you guys, one of my first offices that I had was over in Old Hilliard, okay? And I went out to my car one day to leave from work, and there was an old lady standing out there in the parking lot with a Bible in her hand, and she started screaming at me. I didn't even know she was talking to me. I'm like, there's nobody else around. She's screaming at me. I don't understand. I'm leaving work, and so she comes up to me and she's got this Bible in her hand, and she starts screaming at me that I brought Satan into Old Hilliard, and she assaulted me with her Bible.
Jeez.
It was funny.
As our conversation continued, it became clear that there was another subject that Susan was interested in: the existence of aliens. Speaking on extraterrestrial life,
Yes.
do you believe that we have already been in contact with alien life?
Absolutely. Extraterrestrials are our brothers and sisters.
Oh, wow.
Some of them look just like us and walk amongst us, and you would never even know. And if you all ever feel like you're in the presence of someone cosmic, they're telepathic. So you don't even have to talk to them. You can think a thought, and this is what I would do, because it's happened to me 3 times in my life. I've had a perfectly normal human being sitting there with me, and my radar went off that they were cosmic, and I made a thought, and they acknowledged it. For an entire week, there was a group of us that went out in the field at night, and we had full contact. He taught us these remote viewing protocols to call them in. And we did, and because we were in a remote location, undisclosed, I can't even tell you where it was at.
Yeah.
We were not even allowed to tell people where it was at, but we had full contact. We could see the ships, we could see the orbs, the animals in the woods would start to go crazy before anything would happen. I even read a book. There's a woman named Tricia McCann, and she went through the library. She understood how to translate the different languages and read them, and she found in one of the archives at the Vatican that it is listed that Jesus is a starman. He was not from here.
Wow.
Okay, therefore the Star of Bethlehem more than likely could have been a mothership. I'm just saying.
Is there any information that you've gathered from either the spiritual world or the metaphysical world that you think would drastically change the way people live?
If every human being can learn how to telepath, it will eliminate all language barriers. We will all understand where everyone is coming from, and imagine what the world would be if we could all just understand each other. Because I believe that is the next phase of human existence that will take us to a higher spiritual level.
All right.
And I know that was deep.
P-I-Z-Z-A-P-R-T-Y. If you got a blunt, then we can get high. If you wanna come, then
Welcome back to the show.
Tonight's musical guest was supposed to be Megan Thee Stallion.
All right,
but-
you know the fucking drill. Here's Hubert with Thought Shit.
Hands on my knees, shaking ass on my thought shit. Post me a pic, gonna make me a profit. When the liquor hit, then a bitch get toxic. I've been lit since brunch, thought shit. Order 42 for the table, let's pop shit. Missionary or dark style, pop shit. Pussy ass, hating on from the closet. Hoes trying to call me a snake. Shit, I guess I can relate, cause a bitch with a whole lot of venom. Since these hoes all rats, when they come around me, all I see is a whole lot of dinner. I walk around the house with negative up top at every mirror just to stare at my own posture. I don't give a fuck who talk behind my back, cause a bitch know better than to let me hear.